What's up, CJ's Keto Kitchen family? This is CJ.
And Sarah.
It's a Wednesday, and that means it's time for another Keto
Conversations.
So let's get started. So I've been trying to practice just smiling when we talk, and I don't even know how people do it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, I watch training videos all the time, and people are like professional speakers, and they're like, they can smile and talk, and
you just end up feeling like a ventriloquist dummy.
I don't know how to do it. Anyway, how they do it. So, anyway, this is just a really relaxed conversation, keto conversation. I don't know, we're talking about anything really profound today, any great wisdom. We're just kind of talking about life, kind of an update.
Kind of if you came over to your neighbor's house and you just sat around the table and visited.
Yeah. So we had a good Thanksgiving. I had one guest over, and we felt pretty safe with hers because she didn't know anybody here and
doesn't go anywhere.
Didn't go anywhere, so we felt pretty safe about bringing her over, and it was actually my daughter Izzy's sister. And so she came over, and then we actually had it set up where we had to put out a couple of tables together, so we were actually able to kind of socially distance ourselves, even in this little tiny house that we have.
Very tiny. Speaking
of little tiny house, so in a lot of the videos, especially this time of the year, you will see there's a scene with a fireplace and all this beautiful decoration and stockings. That is not our house. We wish it was our house.
That is part of a video program, just like the person doing snow angels in their yard. That is not our yard.
No, that's not our yard. And so those are some video clips from a program. I can't even remember the name of the service.
But our entire house would fit into that
room
that
with a
fireplace. That is not our house.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll probably have a clip or two of our Christmas decoration.
We will.
We got a new tree this year. In fact, I did a layout this morning of our Christmas tree from you know how little photo app layout where you can take a picture or something and put it side by side with and so I did our tree last year compared with our tree this year. So yeah.
And what about it?
It was like little brother and big brother.
Yeah, we went out and bought a big tree. She's been complaining for years about the tree so I have an artificial tree.
It's Charlie Brown tree.
I grew up with a tree, my family had it I left home at 17 and they had that tree.
Probably that long.
And we would get it from under our house every year. It was just part of the tradition. We did not buy a pre-lit tree.
You're very old-fashioned.
Well, I think adding the lights
is part of the ritual.
It's part of the ritual.
But I was talking to my sister, and she and her husband, who are younger than us, they also chose not to get a pre-lit tree because they feel the same way. They like putting on the lights.
Yeah, to me the
special.
lights are just part of the tradition. If you celebrate Christmas, it's just part of the decorating tradition.
No offense to you if you have a pre-lit tree.
Yeah. Don't take offense. But I was telling Sarah we're gonna be like the what's the movie? The Lorax. And they have a scene in the Lorax. And we have kids, so that's a kid's movie, by the way.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. It's a Dr. Seuss story, but it was made into a movie. And there's a scene where they have like this pop-up tree, and it's got disco lights and all kinds of stuff.
There's no ritual.
And we don't, And so we were just talking, when we picked out a tree, we purposely didn't get a tree that had lights pre-lit. And then we got a tree that was 7 foot 5 inches, and a tree before was 6.5.
Our ceiling is 8 feet, so we have about 5 inches.
Yeah.
Our star, and we have my daughter made an angel when she was in kindergarten, and it is made out of a toilet paper roll, and it's very appropriately on our tree this year.
Yeah.
Since toilet paper has become the thing.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if that's been the same issue as restrictions have come back in different areas. I don't know. I mean, here the restrictions came back, and
every time they come back,
and at Costco, bam, all the toilet paper
everywhere,
was gone.
no, every kind.
And
yeah.
so yeah, that's what. And we'll take a picture of that little angel.
It's still holding strong.
But it's made out of a toilet paper roll.
Yeah,
it's cute. It's cute, and we'll try to keep it as long as we can. Maybe if we can keep it till she's grown, we can.
She can have it for her tree.
She can take it with her when she leaves.
So speaking of the holidays, let's talk about stress and trying to manage it, because I think it's stressful times. Sometimes the holidays can be anyway, but I think this year.
Yeah, it feels like at least, and maybe we're just talking for ourselves, but 2020 feels like it's been one of the most stressful years I can ever imagine, and you can imagine why, because
of world conditions.
The pandemic, the election, all that stuff. And just politics in general.
Just economically,
economic issues.
Jobs are not secure or more difficult, or you're working from home.
Yeah,
or you have to work outside the home like I do, and that's stressful because then you're concerned about your safety and your family's safety, So.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stressors this year, and one of the things I've been trying to work on for the last 2 weeks is trying to manage that stress, because I know because of the stress, I have actually gained weight.
Me as well.
I've gained weight.
Yes.
I haven't changed anything as far as eating.
Nope. And we've been
in the way
practicing keto for 4 years.
Yeah. So, but I know that stress is a big part of what's going on. I am blessed to be able to continue to work and not have not missed one single day. But there is a different type of stress related to what's going on now, because I'm at home, because I'm working at home. Although I did build an office, which was going to happen anyway eventually. So actually, a good thing that came out of all this for me was...
You just fast-tracked it.
I had to fast-track a YouTube kind of office / regular office, and had to make it happen. But there's still a level of stress that I haven't felt. I don't think I've ever felt.
Because you are not away from home. Even though you are in the backyard in another building, you're still not at a dedicated work office with your workmates away from your family.
And it feels like it's difficult to leave work when it's time to leave work. Now, I have gotten better than when all this first started. I was actually in a room in the house.
Right.
So there is a bit of separation, but it's still, for us, because of the YouTube thing, that's where I do my YouTube stuff, the editing for the videos. So, yeah, I'm looking at the screen all day, and I have a huge screen because of YouTube. And I'm looking at that all day for work, and then I got to go back out there and look at it again for YouTube.
Yeah.
Not complaining,
There's not an awful lot of
It's just a different type of stress that I've never experienced before. So we're actually, so this kind of segues into the next one. We're actually looking at carnivore again. We've done a carnivore video before, and we've done the carnivore diet before.
Yeah, but it was a very brief time.
But it was very
like
brief.
10 days or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and
it was
2 years ago. So.
And so we're actually exploring that.
Dr. Berry?
Yeah, Ken Berry just did a video over the weekend where it's like
the basics.
Yeah. And then I think he actually followed it up with a Q&A.
Well, I think he and Nisha have Q&As like almost weekly.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem. I like Ken Berry, but I just don't watch his channel.
Right.
It's kind of weird. When we first started this channel, I watched a lot of keto stuff all the time.
I used to watch it a lot more as well.
And I don't, now that we're kind of doing this all the time, I don't watch as much keto stuff as I used to. So it's kind of a way, and it's funny because what YouTube does, and you probably have figured this out, is what you watch, they feed you more and more of it.
Because they want you to keep watching.
They want you to keep watching. And so what I watch is not necessarily keto stuff, but what I still get a lot of the stuff that I watch, tech stuff and Marvel's comic stuff and that kind of stuff, because that's a way for me to kind of escape and just relax and veg out. So, but anyway, we're looking at carnivore to do that.
That does not necessarily mean that our channel's content will change.
Oh yeah,
we're still going to be putting out.
We're just talking about
what
we're thinking about doing. We're still going to be doing keto foods. Us doing us doing carnivores got nothing to do with keto or what we're going to do. What changes on the channel.
We have plenty of people who are willing to adopt the food that we make and things like that. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not.
I guess we're basically trying to just jumpstart our metabolisms.
Yeah,
I
mean, sometimes you just need to change some things up.
Just need a reset.
And sometimes you need to. I mean, not only carnivore, but I want to start exercising again. Yeah. I haven't. We've lost weight on keto without exercising. Mm-hmm. But I would like to exercise again.
That doesn't mean that either CJ or I don't have a value for the benefits of exercise, as strictly from a, metabolism standpoint, preventing bone loss, all other, stress release, of course, is a big deal,
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that we don't believe in the value of exercise just because we have not personally lost a great deal of weight with exercise. So, yeah.
Well, you lost all your weight on keto without formal exercise, but you have a physical job.
I do.
You have a very physical job anyway. I do not have a physical job. My job is I'm sitting in front of a computer.
Pretty sedentary.
All day. And, now that I don't have to go to a physical office.
You don't even have to get in your car and drive somewhere.
I don't even have to walk across the street to go to a meeting from time to time because all the meetings are right there in the same room that I've been sitting in all morning. So,
although you did ask for specific things for Christmas to help you with your exercising goals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I started jumping rope this year, and actually, now it wasn't pretty. But I did get to the point where I could jump and actually do it consistently versus, tripping out all the time.
Every time you went around.
Yeah, versus that. So one of the presents Sarah's getting me is some top-of-the-line jump ropes. Which
specifically for your goals.
Yeah, which is something that I asked for.
Right.
And we finally got my office done. I don't know if we ever showed any video of that, but that took a long time. I mean, it just...
Well, and then the gentleman who has been helping us with the repairs to the office was in a car accident and hurt himself. So that has kind of put some delays on some of the finishing work. That didn't delay anything.
Okay.
Yes, we saw him an additional window.
Yes, he got hurt, but that didn't...
Right.
Him getting hurt, and thank the Lord that he's okay. Him getting hurt had nothing to do with why it took us 3 months to paint. Or why it took us, we just got the carpet stuff down.
It's just when you have some downtime, sometimes you don't want to do anything. Yeah. You don't want to do what you have to do. You want to do nothing.
Yeah. So, like I said, this video is we're just chit-chatting.
This is actually a conversation.
Yeah.
We're talking about keto and we're also talking about life.
Izzy's back from Hawaii. She's going to be here till, I think, March or April.
We've had her a couple of weeks already, and so that means we have 3 children doing full-time school in 900 square feet.
Yeah, and our internet is just taking a beating, especially in her connection is really bad. So today was an emergency call to, the internet folks to try to get some
I'm sure a lot of
bandwidth.
People are dealing with it.
And now, so today she ended up in my office, which was, I was thinking in my head, I love you, baby, but you gotta go. You gotta get out of this office, like tomorrow.
So you're constantly, I'm sure if your parents or grandparents or however you're doing things where you're at, it's nonstop because you're trying to be quiet, they're being loud. They need your attention, but they also need to not be distracted by you, and it's just all kinds of. So there's a lot.
Yeah, and I noticed today with her, my daughter's Izzy's pretty independent.
She's very much like you.
As far as getting stuff done, we'll figure things out. But I noticed the minute she got in the office, she couldn't figure out how to do anything.
Yes, they become very feeble when you're around.
Yeah,
because they want to.
Yes, and so I noticed that today, that the minute she set up in my office, all of a sudden she needed all kinds of stuff.
She couldn't remember how to
She
do
couldn't
anything.
even remember her name, or how to spell her name. So, that's what's kind of going on with us. We're preparing for Christmas, and we got, as Sarah mentioned, we got the tree up. Mm-hmm. And last year we had the whole conversation internally about when you put presents under the tree and when you don't. I come from the background that you hide everything until... And
then the night before Christmas,
you put everything out. But I also have the bad habit of wrapping everything the night before, and that's exhausting. Sarah is actually fairly new to Christmas.
5 years. So I'm like a 5-year-old girl. So I get a little, maybe like Cindy Lou Who and from the Grinch.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a little excited, overly excited, like a 5-year-old girl for Christmas. So yeah. Well, and then coupled with the fact that as presents come trickling in, because I don't know about you guys, but we're doing a lot of online things, Yeah. I can wrap it and put it under the tree because this is a house from the 1950s and there is no storage. There's barely any closets. So there is nowhere else to hide presents. So they kind of have to get wrapped and then be put under the tree. So, plus, in my personal circumstances for my daughters, because they're 8 and 10, there is a level of cooperation if they see presents under the tree and it's like, you better be good, or those presents can be gone, Santa could come and take them. So it kind of helps motivate them to have good behavior leading up until Christmas.
So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on with us. We're just hanging out and living life and dealing with things,
doing the best we can.
We're getting ready we got a big project in the works. That's all I'll say. It's a really big project.
Stay tuned. It's so nearby.
Something that we've been working on for a long time that's coming.
It's finally coming to fruition.
And but that's all we'll say. And
dun, dun, dun.
We will... I think this week you got some kind of dessert recipe or something.
Yes, I'm going to be doing. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little bit. In years past, I've done more seasonally oriented things. But a lot of people aren't traveling; they aren't going places. That does not mean, however, that you might not want to make a few goodies and give them to your neighbor or your grandma. Even if you have to leave them on her front porch, whatever the case may be. I am still going to do a few, things like that you can give to people, like cookies and those kind of things, still in keeping with the season, still trying to do some traditional things. So this week it's going to be a cookie recipe, so stay tuned for that.
So that's really all we wanted to talk about tonight, which I don't know what we really talked about. We said a bunch of stuff.
It's keto potpourri.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Keto potpourri. That sounds good.
That's what it is.
And we hope that you're doing good. We hope that whether you decided you were going to fall off the keto wagon at Thanksgiving. That was, when was that? Last week? Mm-hmm. Back on Thursday. That's done.
That's right.
That's done. Just
let it go and move on.
Move on.
Don't let it continue until January 1st.
Yeah, just let it go, move on.
Move on, get back on the wagon and keep on trucking.
Plan for the next holiday, just to be safe. Keep yourself safe. Do the things that you need to do, that you feel you need to do for you, your family, for your safety. We'll do the same thing here. And we hope that you have a good rest of the week. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to our channel because we'd love to have you as part of our keto family. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
It's white outside and the night is cold. Everyone's lighting candles in their homes. Yes, it's Christmas. It's a magic time. You can feel it in the air, that every child got their hearts filled up with joy. Yes, it's Christmas all around. All snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk out outside, hear the Christmas choir sing Merry Christmas to you. This time of year is a time to cheer. Let our loved ones, our family and friends have a Christmas with so much love, and with joy and laughter. Let us make memories that stay forever. It's Christmas.